Workers are putting the finishing touches on the new State Veterans Cemetery in Northeast Sioux Falls. The cemetery plans to hold a ribbon cutting on Memorial Day, with the first burials to follow shortly afterward. Perry GROTEN checks on the progress of this final resting place for veterans in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND.
The cemetery's groundbreaking took place on a cold and rainy day nearly 2 years ago. The muddy ground has been transformed into a lush and scenic setting, getting ready to accept its first veterans.
It's come so far, and everybody that drives in here too are just shocked how standing in all the mud on that day to what it's become now.
Crews are completing landscaping at the State Veterans Cemetery. They're also installing sprinkler systems with new sod to follow.
We'll hopefully be planting grass here in the next couple weeks and making this up to National Shrine standards and getting that green grass that we're all just patiently waiting for.
The cemetery will include nearly 1,000 plots to bury cremains and nearly 600 sites for caskets.
So we already have the full grid for each section, and in our casketed area we already have the liners are already in the ground. So when we dig, we'll be digging up the 18 to 20 inches of dirt there, and we'll be able to lift the lid off those in-ground liners and place the caskets inside.
Brick and mortar additions above ground are also important features of the cemetery. Services will be held inside this glass-enclosed committal shelter.
We have about 20 minutes per service, and then from there the family will say their final goodbyes, and then we will complete the burial.
Farther uphill, a wall called a columbarium will contain spots for up to 660 urns.
We can fit 2 urns in each one, so a husband and spouse or a veteran and spouse would be able to be buried together in there, and then they have a niche which would have all their information on, which it serves as their headstone.
Eventually, this cemetery will be the final resting place for 2,800 veterans and their families, with the first burials likely taking place in June.
The need has been there for years, and the veterans on this side of the state, southwest Minnesota, what a great place to be able to have a final resting place out here for everybody.
Some 1,100 veterans have begun the paperwork to be buried here.
We have, on average, I probably get 5 to 8 applications a day, anywhere from a half dozen to 10 people coming in, doing a drive-through, stopping in and asking questions. So yeah, it's been great.
Both Cemetery Representative Brian VOGES and Director ERIN Brown have military backgrounds and plan to one day be buried here.
It's kind of tough having those discussions right now at my age, but me and my wife have talked about it.
Many other military families have had those same discussions. And as the State Veterans Cemetery gets ready to open, the staff takes their duty of honoring vets who've served their country seriously and solemnly.
That this place will get to take care of the veterans and their families in one of possibly their saddest parts in their life, and we will get to honor them and take care of them from here on out.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Perry GROTEN.
The cemetery sits on 60 acres of land donated by the city of Sioux Falls. The ribbon cutting ceremony is scheduled for 2 in the afternoon on May 31st.